guys, I hope you are. Welcome to today's vlog. Now, we are actually going to go through one of your guys' questions. Now, we're going to start a mini-series by which you guys ask a question and I'll actually just do a vlog on it. So I actually asked over on the community tab just to basically kick off this mini-series. Just basically prompting a question, and we've actually got a question from Paul basically saying, how do you assess clients' physiques? So that's basically what this vlog is going to be about. But below this video, if you basically ask a question, I'll pick from one of them, I'll pick the best one and then basically make a vlog from it, and then we'll just continue from there. So basically I'm really trying to get you involved in basically the vlog making process, right? And basically trying to educate you on stuff that you actually want to get educated on, right? So yeah, today's question is basically, how do you assess clients' physique? It's something that you guys have always wondered. So I was going to get someone's physique up, however I just feel it's a bit weird going through someone else's physique, right? If it's one of my clients, it's kind of weird to say, yeah, this is when they're really stressed because something's happening in their personal life. It's like, it kind of gets a bit weird. So what I'm actually going to do is actually go through my physique and actually kind of show you what I'm seeing, and I'll put it on screen as well, and also give you some context behind what I actually look for in my own physique and in clients' physiques, etc. So these two images, which I'm going to put on screen fairly soon, hopefully now, if I don't forget, Jaron, sorry for forgetting Ned's photo the other week, but they're basically between show 1 and show 2. Now, to put into context, I'm exactly the same weight in both photos, right? I was 69.8 on both days. I checked actually before this. Now, if you look at the difference between both of them, you're like, wow, what the fuck? Why is it so different, right? But if I give you some context, you'll recognize what I'm actually looking for in some clients' physiques. I'm looking for stress. Now, on the photo that I'm a little bit kind of, on the photo to the right, no, to the left, we'll go to the left, and to the right is going to be the fuller look. I had just quit my job. So basically I handed in my notice. My stress was sky high. It was my first ever show as well. So I was very stressed. We were pushing in carbohydrates. My body just was quite simply rejecting it as well, just because of stress, and that's what happens with digestion and all that good stuff. So when the physique is stressed, you kind of had this like really flat, stringy look, right? It's something that I look for in clients' physique. Are they uptaking calories? Are they stressed? How's their body reacting? How's training performance? All that good stuff. I can pretty much guarantee, just by looking at someone's physique, that I can go, right, okay, they're stressed, they're potentially under eating, they're overeating, right? I can tell that before I even see the check-in. I just look at the photo and go, right, this is what's happening, then get some context in terms of their actual kind of feedback and their data entries. So if you look at the difference between these two, you're like, what the actual fuck? It's a massive difference, and stress plays a big role in how the body looks in terms of how flat it looks, but it also kind of looks like it's not as lean as well. It's kind of one of these weird looks that it just looks like it's holding a lot of water, right? And it's very hard to explain from like a coach's angle. So I apologize if this is a bit like, this is what I'm seeing, but you can't necessarily see it. I like to analogize it like, not to say that I'm anywhere near a doctor's level, but it's like a doctor basically doing this, and then from someone else's standpoint, you're like, how did you do that? But he's just like, oh, I just do this. It's just fucking easy. It's what I've done for the whole of my life. But when you've got kind of a coach's eye, as it were, it's kind of like, yeah, I just do this and do this, and this is what this looks like, this is what this looks like. But it might be quite hard to see from your guys' angle, which I appreciate, but I'll try and explain it a few in kind of different ways. So in the kind of side shots, you'll notice that things like delts are still somewhat intact, but you'll just notice that when you are kind of a little bit stressed, you'll notice that like muscle bellies just look a little bit like flat, a little bit like just not rounded at all. And also worth noting that exactly the same amount of carbohydrates and depletion before that, everything else, all the variables were the same apart from stress. So what I'm looking for in a client's physique is stress. I'm looking for training performance. How's training performance going? If training performance is shit, I can guarantee the check-in shots reveal that, right? So I can tell from that go. In terms of like If you start to see a client's look a little bit flat, then it's kind of like, yeah, you're probably like under eating. If you're seeing the kind of flat but almost like very watery stress, if you're obviously seeing it get out of shape in terms of an off season, that obviously has a completely different look, which is going to be quite simply just getting a little bit fluffy, right? Which we try to avoid here, right? But yeah, that's kind of like the differences that I kind of see in these specific physique shots. Is just basically, I know the context behind it. It just looks very. The ones on the left just look pretty fucking piss poor, if I'm honest. But that tends to be what I look for in clients' physiques. Is pretty much look, training performance. How's training performance going? Have you hit your nutrition? Is it correlating with your goal? If your goal is fat loss, if your goal is being in an off season, and then from there is pretty much the rest of it is about stress, which is a big part of assessing a client's physique is stress, and I can't stress that enough because I've said about it 400 times, right? But yeah, stress plays a massive role in terms of digestion, absorption rates, etc. So we tend to nail that to the best of our ability, and obviously we have tools in our toolbox to combat that. But obviously, everyone in life is to some extent stressed to some level. It's just the day and age that we live in. It's just trying to mitigate that to the best of our ability. Especially if the goal is fat loss, it's just about trying to get that in line to the best of our ability because it does skew the look. And obviously, when you're in a fat loss phase, you don't want the look to be skewed because it can fuck you up from a psychological level, right? And also in an off season, if you're hella stressed, and then on top of that you're pushing in a surplus, it just presents a very poor look. So yeah, we just try and make sure that everything is on the straight and narrow in terms of assessing every variable that we can and assessing the goal at every fucking check-in, and then go from there. But yeah, it's kind of a weird one to try and explain because essentially it's coaching. It's developing a coaching eye and then seeing things and reacting to it real time. So yeah. Anyway, if you want me to go through anything else in terms of different topics and stuff, then obviously leave below. But that's the first of the mini-series. I hope you enjoy the mini-series. We'll see by the reaction in this video. It'll probably get like 30 views, but we'll see. And yeah, I'll speak to you in the next vlog. Peace.